having listened to the entire speech, I didn't get the impression that this cabinet minister, this Minister of Finance, was dealing with a country in crisis, and yet we are. There was a little bit of a saving of a 12 billion that we're not going to spend, more than last year, but I was looking for more innovation, a bit of an austerity thing, and yet it was just kind of more of the same.
It's not a business-friendly, it's not meant to a business-friendly type of budget. It had a mission to avoid downgrade. It has done it. It's focusing on getting government finances under control. And so in the medium term, it's good for business in the sense that it avoids further tax increases. And of course, beyond that, to the extent that it did not deal with the issues of how we turn the growth around. How do we go from a 2% level to 4, 5, 6%? It's not helping business. It's not giving a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. And in that sense, it's not that exciting for business.
What is good about this budget, there's nothing dramatically negative or positive. I think the test is not in the budget, the test is in the implementation. I mean, the budget is words, and business wants to see that those words are implemented, and the proposals, on assisting agriculture and other businesses, that's really implemented. And business people, everyone else, they just want to get value for their money, for the tax they pay. So it's all about the implementation, and that's what we're looking forward to.
I think we've got a realistic set of numbers here. Both the economic growth projections are realistic. We have overestimated growth for the last few years, but we're now beginning to see a bit of a recovery in global growth, and certainly we're beginning to see more positive numbers coming out of the South African economy, and I think we'll continue to see some growth this year. I think it's important to recognize that we have a strong financial system. We're still able to borrow. In fact, we're able as a government to borrow at lower interest rates now than was the case a year ago, and that's a signal that there's broad confidence in capital markets, that our public finances are in good order.
I would have liked to see a little bit more candid business-like engagement with the nation and with the business sector, with the investment community, in order to learn from our mistakes and move forward to rebuilding the economy.
I would have liked to see more honest talk about the one thing that they talked about a lot, the Minister talked about a lot, and that's agriculture and land reform. Be more specific about land reform, because the agricultural sector is in turmoil, of insecurity, and they have no idea what's coming next. So they're not investing, they're looking at farming elsewhere.
This budget didn't really deal with the issue of energy disruption, energy supply. The businesses, at least the ones that can, should begin to consider other ways of securing their own energy. And therefore, to me, it's something that businesses should pay attention to.
I don't think our government is heading in the right direction, but I think the country has a mind of its own. And that's what we should learn, is that we can't just say we have an embarrassing president, that's why we're becoming a banana republic or a failing state. We're not. We're more than just the government of the day. And I have lots of faith in the country and its people and in civil society and in business people. The business community are innovative and energetic and resilient. And that's the stuff that will drag us through, not some mediocre politicians.